Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Fat Bull, Pedal Casually on Twitter, taking a look at PUBG 1.0 release. It's been out for a couple weeks now. Playing it on Xbox One. And there have been, I haven't played this game in a couple weeks. I played it, let's see, for the first time. I'm going to go up to Cruz de Valle. Played it for the first time about 2 days ago. But before that, it had been about 4 weeks since I had played. And there have been a lot of improvements to the beta or the pre-game, before the game came out, the pre-release, from the full game release. And all these are available on the patch notes that I'll post below that PUBG is published. But one of the biggest things I've noticed is the character movement, the player movement in the game. It's a lot more realistic. Obviously you can't tell because I'm parachuting, but on the ground, there's a huge improvement into where the player kind of moves around, and it's kind of subtle because the game before, it felt kind of blocky and chunky, but not in a way that was bad. It sort of actually made the game a little easier to play because the movements were predictable. But now, Bluehole has released a patch to where the player can move more freely in different directions. I believe in the patch, before you could only move at 8 different directions from 45 degrees, if that makes sense. So within a 45-degree window, there was only 8 directions, but in the new updates, I think they've doubled or tripled those movement values. So, yeah, the movement feels a lot cleaner, a lot smoother, a lot better. It's especially on like a one-on-one gunfight, it feels a lot better because it doesn't feel like when I lose in a gunfight, it feels a little more realistic. It doesn't feel like some guy popped me from behind the wall because he could see me and I couldn't see him, just because of the clunky movement. I hope no one's landed around me. We have a ways to go. So anyway, yeah, there's also a couple new maps, obviously. The maps have been pretty cool so far. This is a map that's been available on PC for a while, and I cannot remember the name. Myanmar was this one, I think. It's pretty fun so far. I know there was an issue people were talking about to where I think this was, I'm not sure if it was exclusive to PC, but it was also, it might have been for console, I'm not sure. But if you killed someone, their crate would go underneath the map, and you couldn't pick it up. And so that was released in the patch notes. It's something that they fixed. Picking up this AK over here. So, yeah, they've also added, I don't know if they added these weapons. I know the QBZ was something you could always get from a crate drop in PUBG for Xbox, but it was never something you could pick up on the ground. But now the QBZ is available on the ground for pickup. There's also a couple, I believe there is some weapons they added, because I picked up the Winchester last game and popped someone with that. It's actually surprisingly powerful. It's like a 2-shot, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to leave all these doors open. I'm going to just playing kind of careless. I'm trying to attract a lot of attention here. So yeah, anyways, I know on the PC version too that PUBG, they were doing sort of like an online campaign. I think they were calling it Fix PUBG, where players could start reporting in-game issues or bugs or glitches, what have you, to PUBG's like forum or other message boards, and PUBG would be responding, they would, claiming that their devs would be responding to it a lot quicker. Already been in here. So that's cool. That hasn't come to the Xbox version. It'd be nice if it did. Obviously it's a feat in itself that these devs and whatnot can be able to, be responding to player feedback online, because there's millions of people, I assume, that play this game. player count I know for PUBG has gone down. I haven't read recent numbers, but as of this summer, like the daily active player count had reduced by over 50%. Like there was something like 1.2 million daily active users on the console, and then it dropped below 500,000. And presumably all these players left to go play Fortnite during this so big Fortnite craze we had this summer, which is still going on, although I've seen a lot of comments on the PUBG forums, the Fortnite websites and forums, on Reddit, that Fortnite is dead. And I think there's a hashtag Fortnite is dead, which is it? I don't know. I don't play it very often, so I can't really, can't necessarily speak to that. But I know there's a bunch of other things that PUBG fixed, just that caused the game to crash. A long time ago, I think they just continually made improvements to being able to ride in vehicles with teammates, because before, when you were riding with teammates, it was like likely that you were going to crash. So they fixed that. They fixed a bunch of other issues when you were opening crates, doors, picking up weapons and stuff, there was issues. Oh, that's a kitty meowing I have here. Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. That's going to sound really good. I got a new microphone. It's the Audio-Technica, the ATR versions, the 2100. Plugs USB. That's an adapter. Just plugs, not even an adapter. Just plugs right into the. Excuse me. Right into the computer. So it's like a USB to a mini USB. So it's actually been kind of nice. Recording on this, it picks up every sound ever. So I'm sure this cat's gonna. I already have a pan, don't I? Yes. You're gonna be able to hear the kitty on the old podcast. So. Yeah, anyways, like I was saying, there's a bunch. PUBG is Bluehole. They've continually been making updates to the game to make it more fluid, playable, so it's not crashing. It's still not viable yet for competitive play, for esport. So I guess technically it still doesn't make it ready. I don't know. I mean, it feels really good to me. Although I would like to see this be played at sort of the professional level, because I've watched tournaments of these before, and there's always issues. And they've just been pickup tournaments at video game stores, or there was a video game arena where I used to live that would have these pickup tournaments, and the game crashing or shit happening in the game was just sort of a part of it. But I'm not really sure how they compromised if someone was booted during, like, not esport play, but during a competition or something. I'm not sure how they'd remedy that, or if you're out. I don't even know. So anyway, yeah, the game feels a lot better. Feels a lot smoother. The movements are a lot smoother. You can see a lot farther down range, it seems like, which is been great optimization updates from Bluehole and PUBG, which is good to see, because, you know, the graphics aren't the biggest thing for me when I play these games, but it was an issue if you're trying to find someone downrange, or if you're hiding from someone downrange and the grass isn't spawning, so you can just see someone's body, and they're on their screen they're laying in the grass, but on your screen they're just a body laying on the dirt. I know PUBG also fixed an issue with the footsteps. Sometimes you'd get the echo of the footsteps. That was always a huge kind of bummer. Excuse me. Trying to silence the noise of the cat by closing my door. So yeah, I know they came out with an update too as part of this patch that sort of like eliminated the footstep echo. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to drop this. And I'm going to drop my 12 gauge. I don't need it. And maybe I'll go to these buildings up here. Hopefully no one's been inside of them. So the game overall feels pretty good. I've been playing a lot of squad play with people, but I've had some issues with my microphone lately. I've had it for 4 or 5 years now, and it just seems that the mic's not even working anymore, which stinks. So, but what can you do? Oh, here's the Winchester. Ooh. And I believe, what was the ammunition that you used for this? Yeah, I used 45. And it was powerful. I mean, I liked it. I don't necessarily know if I want to hold on to it. Actually, I might. Nah, I'm going to keep holding on to this AK. AK is going to be a lot more valuable. 200 rounds of that. Trash piles. That's nice. I don't think I went in here yet. Let's check in here. Might be a little biased when I play these games because these games have always been fun for me. I've always had just a grand old time playing these games. I was already here, I believe. So, seeing these updates come out get me really excited to continue to play this game because it makes it a lot smoother and makes it less unpredictable but more fun. Because in games like Bethesda games or like Skyrim or the Fallout, sometimes there's like cute bugs or things that happen that make the game endearing. And they're frustrating, but it's just sort of part of it where the bugs in this game, excuse me, are truly aggravating to the point where, you don't even want to play anymore. There was a point a few months ago, I play on the same squad with a few guys that are pretty good, much better than me. And it was hard to even get games with them because we would be playing a few times a week, and then it got down to the point where we couldn't even get a game going once every other week just because everyone was so frustrated with it and would much rather play Rainbow Six or Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1, a game that's just going to be way less frustrating. And for me, I was in the same boat, It was, a lot of these things are really aggravating. Especially when you pay $30 for this game at pre-release. So it's like kind of expected, but it never felt like they were making vast improvements, especially on the same timeline that Fortnite was. Because not that this game is Fortnite, but that's 6 months ago, a year ago, that was the only thing you could compare PUBG to was Fortnite. And Fortnite only really became a thing like less than a year ago. I have a long ways to go. I wonder if there's anybody over here. Let's go find out. So yeah, game feels good. It's still the same old PUBG. In terms of, the movement does feel and look better. It's not just like a negligible difference. It does feel a lot smoother and sort of like easier to have sort of like good twitch reflexes, where before you kind of had to just sort of be leading or leaning into what you're doing, if that makes sense. I think these might be looted. How much time? I had 2 minutes. I'm just going to keep on moving. So, speaking about the maps are good. I played this map a few times. I believe it was Miramar was out even before the 1.0 release. It was, every time I played it though, it was real buggy. I'd get booted out, or a teammate would get booted at least almost every single game playing as a squad. Playing solo was never, I never had too many issues. But let's see where this guy's coming up. Oh, he's on this road over here. He's just hauling ass. All right, dude. I'm just going to go on foot. Be open. This is the other thing on this map, and I played it before too. It's really open. So if you're playing solo and stuff, it was a little harder to kind of like sneak around. Whereas a squad, you could kind of move and have eyes in all directions. But the big thing with this map when I played it too was that the textures of the game wouldn't spawn in for a while. It still kind of seems that way too. Like I'm looking sort of downrange, and it looks like the grass is just kind of spawning in way down there. So if someone was potentially laying in the grass trying to hide, I would be able to see them from days away, unless they're also not spawning in. But that was something that was consistent when I played this map last time. It was, when I've played it before, it's been fun though. It's a massive map. But that's what I like in games. That's what attracts me to sort of the Battlefield games too. It's just the sheer size of the maps. There's a truck down there. But all the graphics and the textures and stuff do seem to be spawning in or loading a lot quicker, a lot better in the game. The other map is Sandhawk, I believe it's what it's called. That map's been a ton of fun. There's just all the hills, the trees, the different areas and stuff. I think they did a really good job designing that map. I think it's smaller, so the engagement's a lot quicker, but I'm not entirely sure about that. It seems in that Sandhawk map that like weapons and especially 5.56 just spawns all over the place. So it's not like these other maps where sometimes you're going days without getting a weapon. Oh, there's a guy over there. So I can see him. I wonder if he killed anybody. But anyway, yeah, playing this game solo, it's always fun. Ooh, looks like you got him. Here's some gunshots up here. I'm gonna try and sneak my way around, see if I can do anything. I mean, obviously, when I played this map before, like this wouldn't look as good. The textures didn't look as good. The game just looked a lot rougher. This door is open. People have been here or are here. Everything does have a kind of more to a sheen to it, where it's a little more poppy. I'm not. I don't know if that was an update that came out with PUBG that made it easier to see textures and stuff, but it does seem that everything else is a little bit easier to see. It's almost more realistic in terms of like the visuals. So let's just keep on moving. And yeah, the weapons have felt good. I've had a chance to use almost everything. A lot of all the weapons that you could previously find in the crates. I believe like the M24, the Winchester I hadn't seen. I think that was one they added. The M249 I believe was one. I think I haven't picked that up on the map. I've heard you can pick it up on the map. It spawns randomly, but I believe it's also one of those weapons that just comes in a supply drop. But I'm not entirely sure. I know another update they did is previously, and I'm not sure how recent this update was with the level 3 helmets, but previously you could only... Ooh, I'm going to come up on this guy. He doesn't even see me. I stink. I stink. This guy's just running. He doesn't give a shit. I'm just going to stay back here and try and get him. Excuse me. Damn, this guy's just going... Oh, someone else is shooting at him now. Oh, now they're shooting at me. Damn, I should have been able to get that other guy. I just stink, though. Oh, well. We're going to keep trucking along and see if we can get anybody. I'm going to pop some heals over here. How much time do I have? 30 seconds? I think I'm going to get in this dune buggy and just drive myself on in there. So the vehicles also feel a lot more responsive. Another thing I noticed in this game, too, is the weapons now have skins. And I think that's random. I'm not actually sure if you can have a skin ready. The weapons I picked up just have camo skins already on them. It's kind of cool. That's like a cool like little addition that they made. Is it necessary? No, but it's cool. Let's try and go down here. Oh man, Butthurt, I didn't get that guy. That was just terrible on my part though. Forgot I was on auto. I thought I could just get him a couple shots in his back. Not happening though. Kind of need some optics, but let's see if we can find any of these buildings down here. Yeah, I see the graphics. I don't even think are loaded in on this buggy, unless it's just a super faded pixel art. But that's fine. You know, as long as the gameplay is still good, that's the most important thing for me. Is just consistent gameplay. I just want this game to feel smooth. I want to be able to play it seamlessly. You know, I want it to feel not like how in the sense that Fortnite, the mechanics, but I want it to feel like Fortnite solid good. Like I want it to feel good when you play and not have to be frustrating or worry about lagging out or anything like that. Let's hope no one's in here. If they are, we're going to try and light them up. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, we're super close. Oh, didn't want to break that, but oh well. I need some optics, and ask and you shall receive. That's nice, I just picked those up actually. I think there's a second story. Is there? No. Then why don't I just camp out in this building? Bullet loops, the Winchester of the car. This building is not something I want to be in, actually. I'm gonna try and roll around here. Hopefully I won't get shot. It's a very open area. Anybody on the hill can see me. There's a crate. Hopefully everybody's just looking at that crate. I would go in the water and try and swim, but I don't think I have enough time to go in, dip, and get back out. So let's just go to these buildings over here and sneak our way in from the water and see if we can get anybody. Yeah, game does feel a lot smoother, just in terms of running around and aiming down the side. I haven't done it only this one time so far in this game, but that feels a lot better. Hopefully I can encounter some people here, or some other souls. I don't think anybody's actually been here. No, they haven't. Well, maybe they have, and they just left all the shitty stuff. I still have plenty of time. I don't want to go upstairs, though. Gas, AK, no. Don't need any of that. Okay, let's just keep pressing on. Let's stay kind of hidden, though, in this bush over here. Anybody who runs past us, we'll be able to get them. I don't think anybody's coming past us, though. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. On the bottom of this hill, though. Don't like being down here. Ooh, okay. Thought I heard some footsteps. don't think so. Only 14 alive. Okay, we're just gonna roll up on this short side over here. Short side is the best side. Ooh, looks like I'll have to push up right there. I don't think there's anybody in this hut. I hope not. Gunshots up here. Ooh. Alright, I need to change my optics over here. There we go. It's gonna make me feel a little more comfortable. There's probably someone hiding up here. I'm gonna just play it very, very carefully. Let's keep pushing up. I don't see anybody. All right. Still doing okay. I don't hear anybody. Just gonna roll right up with this short side. Hopefully there's no one else in these hills. Alright, and we are in. We are in. Cool, we're just gonna keep pushing short side. Got some fraggers. Just in case I need to get anybody with them frags. There's a crate right there. That's funny. I'm not that thirsty. I'm just gonna keep pushing the short side. Keep pushing the short side. I've only seen those two guys. One guy in the distance and the one guy I shot at. There's bound to be someone up here at the top of the hill. Man, where is everybody? This is wild. There we go. Okay, we gotta move across now. This will be good. Let's see if I can get anybody running across. Ooh, yep. There's someone right there. Oops, that was my fault. run back this way, run around this short side over here. Try and lose that guy I was firing at. Kind of looked like the same guy I was firing at earlier, except he had a white shirt on. Or if this guy's still in that building. Just keep rolling this short side. And I'm going downhill, which is not ideal, but whatever. Try and get a flank on that guy. He's presumably pushing towards the middle. God damn it. And that's that. The guy was just hiding in the bushes and got me. That's what you get for playing solo. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll talk to you next time.